We have seen open sets in Z. Okay, now open sets in Z under subspace metric. I mean, under induced metric from R on Z. So we have seen that open balls in Z with induced metric from R is basically collection of all odd number of integers. Odd number of integers. I mean, integers can be even or odd, but cardinality will be odd. But in open balls, if basically on Z, we are going to generate the discrete. Z is going to be a discrete space because the balls in this are basically singletons also, because singletons cardinality of singletons is already one odd. So what will happen that we, apart from other balls consist of exactly odd number of elements. We have seen that singletons are also there. So what is going to happen that we know that every ball is an open set. I am recalling what we have studied because these are some key points which you need to recall every time. So what is happening that once we have open balls and we know that arbitrary union of open set is always an open set. So in earlier example, I have explained you that since we have collection of all, I mean all there is all singletons, and using those singletons, one can generate every subset. One generate mean in the sense of union. One can write every set as union of singletons. This is the reason why on Z, the induced metric is going to, with respect to induced metric on Z, every subset of Z is going to be an open set. Every subset of Z is going to be an open set. Now, in case of closed set, we have seen that there are, I have given some examples based on two different definitions. One is that to show that a set is closed, we need to show that its complement is open. I have also explained with this rule. Another one in terms of limit point, that to show that a set is closed, you need to show that it contains all of its limit points. That is derived set. Derived set is subset of, if derived set is subset of a set, then set is said to be closed. So in continuation to this, now let me discuss one or two more example. I mean geometrically how you will identify that a given set is closed or not. So there is a very good example. I am trying to explain you with the help of example 1.2.102 from the book of Professor Kumar S. See, for example, there are very good examples given in this book by in this topology of metric spaces by Professor S. Kumar S. And after this, for proof, but you will find that proof part is missing mostly in this book. They have not given all proof of all the theorems. So for that, you can refer book by metric spaces by this Professor Q.H. Ansari sir. So you can follow that book. It contains proof and some are also good examples, but you will find almost every proof there. So let me discuss example this 1.2.102. So first of all, let me write 1.2.102. In new edition, it's on page number 32. There is a very good question that let E be the xy plane in R3. Let E be the xy plane in R3. First question, is it closed? Actually, this question, why I am emphasizing on this question, so that you start feeling. I mean, the key idea, how you will think geometrically also. And then first think geometrically, what will be its answer, and then try to write that thinking in terms of mathematics, try to express this. So we will see both of them. Is it closed? So they also there it's written that more generally, let me write complete statement. More generally, if P is any plane, if P is any plane, say given by ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. Question is that is it closed? Is it closed? And also in that book, it's written that geometrical thinking is encouraged. Geometrical thinking is encouraged. Geometrical thinking is encouraged. Okay. So this is the, read this statement. It's given that E be the xy plane in R3. Suppose E is a set consisting of all elements on the xy plane in R3 in a space R. Now we know that in R3 open balls are open spheres. Is it clear to everyone that open balls are open spheres? Actually here
Yes, sir.
metric is not mentioned. So this means they are talking with respect to Euclidean metric. I mean the usual metric on R3. Okay. Now question is it closed? So for closed, we have seen that if set E is closed, then it must contain all of its limit points. So let me find first what are limit points. So we know that limit point can be member of the set E or can be outside from E. I mean from R3 minus E. इससे पहले भी एग्जांपल देख चुके इस तरह का कि लिमिट पॉइंट कैन बी मेंबर फ्रॉम द सेट ई और इट कैन बी फ्रॉम ई कॉम्प्लीमेंट. We have to check both of them. We have to check both of them. So suppose, see, if I say that L belonging to R3, this implies L will be of the type x1, x2, x3, because any L in R3 will be of the this. It will have three tuples. So now, if L is limit point, if L is limit point of set E, if L is limit point of set, then we have two choices. I mean not choices, we have to check everyone. For we need to check whether all L belonging to E, which L belonging to E from set E is a limit point, and for also I need to check for L from R3 minus set E. So let us look at the geometrical thinking of this one. Now you see, if L is a limit point, then every SRX, I mean for every epsilon greater than 0, I am recalling here the definition of limit point. Always try to recall what that is the exact definition, and then using that definition try to think geometrically first, and then try to write it in term mathematically. So definition is that if L is a limit point of a set E, then for every epsilon greater than 0, I mean for every open sphere, this Bxr, so in place of x, let me take L with ball epsilon, BL epsilon minus singleton L, its intersection with the set E should be non-empty. This is the requirement, that if L is the limit point, or in other words, you can use also in some books you will find this notation that for every epsilon greater than 0, SRX, okay, we have taken radius here epsilon. So let me write here epsilon, S epsilon, and L, X as L. So S epsilon L deleted neighborhood of open, from this open ball we have deleted L. Its intersection with the set E should be non-empty. Now here it's written that geometrical thinking is encouraged. So what we will do, we will try to, suppose this is your plane. Let me draw this one. Suppose this one is your XY plane. This one is your XY plane. Now what will happen that XY plane of this, and you can assume that its width is negligible. Now because we have taken L from the set E, so let me take any point here. L as x1, x2, x3. Now around this point, if you try to construct an open ball, which is open sphere, around this point, if I try to construct an open sphere of radius epsilon greater than 0, then what will happen that on this, see this intersection, actually this one is an open sphere. So its intersection, let me denote it by this one. See this portion, shaded portion on the xy plane, due to this shaded portion on the xy plane on this sheet, this intersection with the set E is always going to be non-empty. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Whatever ball you choose on this set E, let me take any L here and try to have an open sphere from around this, say of radius R, or here we have taken radius as epsilon, and delete this L from, even then its intersection with this sheet is non-empty. Even then its intersection with sheet is this non-empty. So whatever point you choose from this and whatever epsilon balls you draw around this, epsilon balls basically here are open spheres, because in R3 open balls are open disk, sorry, open sphere. So always this intersection will be there. Always this intersection will be there. I mean, whatever ball you try to draw, because radius epsilon should be strictly greater than 0. So whatever ball you are going to draw, we always have this intersection as non-empty. We always have this intersection. So I can say that every point of the set E is going to be its limit point. Every point of the set E is going to be its limit point. Now question is that, what about all those set which are outside E, all those real numbers of R3, which I mean all those L belonging to R3 minus E, are those also limit point? We have seen that every L is a limit point. Now repeat the same for L belonging to R3 minus E, I mean apart from the set E. So what will happen that
no limit.
Now again definition will be same, but only thing is that now here this L will come from R3 minus E. So suppose this is your sheet, I mean set E, you can draw in this way. Suppose this is your set E, and take me any point L I mean is equal to x1, x2, x3 outside this sheet. Let me denote this point here. Now I need to show that for every ball, I mean, see, if point L is known and epsilon is known, then we have this ball. One can always construct ball if the center is known and radius is known. And how many choices we have for this ball? Because epsilon has infinitely many choices, so I can say that how many balls will be there? Infinitely many. But yes, not only infinitely many, in fact, we have to show that for every ball, because here it's in the definition of limit point, it is that this every ball around L should intersect with E other than L. So to show that a point from the space is not a limit point, we need to construct at least one ball whose intersection with the set is empty, or just singleton L, So if I am able to show this one, then I can say that those points are not limit points. So see, you can measure this distance because metric is there. So if you choose any, see, you can drop a perpendicular to this one, and since metric is there, so I can always have I know this distance. Now what we will do, that by choosing its half or 1/3, let me draw a ball. Now you can see that ball of this radius, whose suppose this is L and this one is, say, any point on E, say Y. So we know the distance between L and Y. I know the distance between L, where Y belongs to A, where Y belongs to E. Now I am choosing this epsilon is equal to distance between Ly upon 2. So if you try to construct a ball of this radius, I mean of the half radius of this distance, then you can see that this ball is not going to intersect the set E. This one is clear from the diagram, is it?
Yes, sir.
Ball is not going to intersect the set E. So since it fails for at least one ball of this radius, so I can say that any point lying outside Any point like, see, whenever how this L, see, if you choose this L outside E, however close to E, since metric is there, so you can the second property of metric is d of xy equal to 0 if and only if x equal to y. So whenever this L and this y are distinct, see, whenever this L is not equal to y, I can always say that distance between L and y is strictly greater than 0. Is it? Using the
Yes,
definition
sir.
of metric, because this is if and only if x equal to y. If x and y are equal, then only d of xy equal to 0. So when L and y are not equal, then d of Ly is strictly greater than 0, and I can always and we know that distance is a non-negative function. So so this is to discard that there exists at least one ball. I mean, how to write mathematically, how to express it mathematically. You can say that since y is outside L, y is outside the set E, and let me take this L and here y. Let me denote y, since y is from the set E and L is outside the set E. So since they are distinct, I mean L is not equal to y, so it means that using the definition of metric, that d of Ly is strictly greater than 0. So I can always construct at least one ball of this radius whose intersection with the set E is going to be non-empty. So this is the reason why L belonging to R3, none of the L belonging to R3 minus E is going to be its limit point. However, every L belonging to it is going to be its limit point.
Good point.
Now, another important thing is that question is the set E closed? So since every member of the set E is its limit point and it is going to contain, so you can see that the derived set of the set E is E itself, and E is subset of E. So since derived set of E, that is, you can say that E contains all of its limit point, and hence this set is closed. So answer is yes. समझ में आया? डाउट तो नहीं किसी को?
No, sir.
देखो बहुत आसान है, चीजें टफ नहीं है. एक्चुअल होता क्या है ना, आप अच्छे एग्जाम्पल का कलेक्शन नहीं लेते हो, जिसकी वजह से कि आपको जो दिक्कत होती है ना वो दूर नहीं होती. बहुत सिंपल सा डेफिनेशन है. In case of interior point, we need to check every member from the set. But in case of limit point, if you recall that, go through the definition of limit point, L belonging to X, not L belong to subset of X. So L can be from the set, L can be outside set. So you have to check both of them. You have to check both of them. Now, so answer is yes. Now, next part is more generally, if P is any plane, say ax plus by plus cz equal to d, it is closed. So answer is yes. The same logic will apply here. Yes. So answer is yes. Same logic.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. क्या टाइम हो रहा है?